So we're here, Powerhouse Boxing, Powerhouse Gym in Burbank. Jesse Reed, Hall of Fame boxing trainer. I gotta ask both of you guys really quick. Mayweather, Canelo, Coach, what do you think of that one?
I like the fight, but I think Canelo's stepping up a little too soon. I think he needed a little more time, maybe about 6 more months or a year to get himself better. Because when he fought Trout, I thought he really, to be honest with you, I thought Trout out-hustled him. And this is going to be a more difficult fight. But I think with the fans, he's going to have all the fans there pulling for him. And that means a lot, and I think this young man's going to put up a hell of a performance, but I don't know if he's going to win or not. But he does have a puncher's chance.
What do you think?
Tista, the owner. How you doing, man? You know what? I agree. I agree with Jesse. I always agree with Jesse. I agree with Jesse. I think that the stage is really big, and I think for anyone stepping into an arena like this, I think that you have to be fully prepared. And I don't know that even when Canelo fought Troutman, I think that it was probably 50% of where he's going right now. So we were just talking about that, the difference when he comes out of that locker room all the way to the ring and then getting in the ring to make that huge mental adjustment. I don't know, he's young, but I love to watch him fight, man. He's got a lot of power.
They're both undefeated. As they say in boxing, somebody's gotta go. How do you come up with a game plan for someone who's undefeated?
Well, actually, I think Canelo's game plan is to be very aggressive, try to punch into Mayweather's hands and kill his punches, because I don't think anybody's ever done that before. Mayweather's always sat back and outboxed him or stepped around and used angles and stuff like that. I think Canelo's got to go after him and get nasty, and if he does that, he's got a better chance than if he just tries to box with him. He's going to get taken apart.
Well, you know, it's interesting. You were talking about someone's got to.
Someone's always got to go.
That's right. But you know, I hate to say this, but I got to reflect on Malik. Malik's he still should have had his in the way of losing. But that fight, not the last fight, but the fight before, we thought the same thing. But you know, he still ended up with a draw, which should have been a win. Anyways, you know, I concur.
Speaking of Malik Scott, Coach, you were in England. You have 23 champions under your belt?
23.
23 champions. You've been at the biggest moments in boxing, the lowest moments. In all your history, where do you rank that moment where the ref counted 5 to 10 without even asking Malik, are you okay? Can you continue? He just stopped the fight and robbed the fans and the fighters from a fight.
I don't think he made a mistake. I think it was on purpose. I thought he felt like the way he was picking Malik out all the time, telling him he's holding when he wasn't holding. I think the referee was looking for an opportunity.
He was on course.
Yeah, he was on a course to stop this fight if there was anything close to stop it. And that was what it was. I mean, Malik got up at 9, beat the count, was looking him in the eyes and smiling at him, and he waved him off. So to me, that's like collusion. It's a bad decision, and I think it was cheating.
In all the boxing that I've seen, and I only seen the last 5 years where I've really gotten deep into it, you always see a referee, at least here in the United States. Are you okay? Can you continue? What day is it? What's the next holiday? What's the next month? They just check if you were coherent. He didn't do any of that.
No, he didn't. And plus, you got to listen to the English crowd. They were pissed off about that. They weren't even happy about it. So to me, the referee, somebody whispered in his ear, if there's some way we could stop this, stop it. That's the way I look at it. I think it was just a bad decision.
Yeah, if there's some way that you can save him and throw him a buoy, man, and save him, and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
On the other hand, the commissioner over there apologized for this. Malik told me. Did they come up to you and said, hey, we're apologizing for that? Or?
Well, that's the easiest thing. You know, when you win a fight, everybody's telling you we're going to give you a rematch.
That's true.
We're sorry. We don't like to see something stopped that way. It wasn't right. But I haven't heard anybody breaking any doors down to tell us we got a rematch or let's go again. I think they're going to try to steal that win and get the hell away from everything that's going on.
And what happens on an apology? What happens after an apology? That's what we want to talk about. Because if they're going to come back to Malik and Jesse and say, yeah, a rematch, then the apology has valid. You know, it's got something. But if you just apologize and continue, you and yet it means nothing. You know.
So what's next for Malik? He's back here at Powerhouse. He's getting ready.
Well, he's actually, I think Malik right now, because it was his first loss, I think in his mind he's analyzing everything in his head. But I definitely think he'll be back. He's not a quitter. When he is back, I think this would be a good lesson for him. I think he got a little mad at me for jumping on him and getting mad that the way he handled the loss. I told him that, you know, that there's no way to be happy about a loss or try to be a buddy with somebody that just robbed you, you know. So, Malik is a real nice gentleman. He's a good person, but he's got to get meaner. And I want to see that happen. I want to see the meanness come out of Malik. Is he Philadelphia or is he from Hollywood? I hope he's from Philadelphia.
No, he's from Philadelphia. I've seen the tattoos. And I've seen him at the gun range. You don't want to mess with Malik Scott. But he's a great dude and a great fighter. And unfortunately in boxing, these things happen. What would you, both of you guys, tell fighters that were just in a similar situation and got robbed where they should have won, or at least gotten a fair shot?
Well, I definitely have, I've already said it. I would say, listen, we're going over in somebody else's back door. Nobody's going to give us a gift. We have to go in there and sell tickets. We've got to make this a winning situation. And that means, if it means get nasty, get nasty. Don't sit there and be hugging somebody or holding on to them. Fight your way in and fight your way out. That's probably the best advice you can give somebody.
I think I'd just have to say, you know, as in life, figure out what you learn from it, you know, and come back and be a lot more aggressive and get some freaking power, you know.